Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Michael. I am a K State student. I am going back mid career back to school to try to become an AI controls engineer. Um, I've been wanting to make a video to be able to post on LinkedIn and not just an intro video or another video like, oh, hey, we're going to school. This is what we're doing. I mean, really, school's this repetitive thing. You're going to read something, you're going to take a test on it, you're going to try to prove your knowledge and move on to the next subject. But here I want to get a little bit more into the gritty details of why. Why are we doing this? I've worked in the controls industry for 4 years now. And with working in the controls field, I've kind of seen the good and bad. But I'm also seeing a lack of. The industry is really controlled mainly by, I don't know, traditional engineering platforms and routes, and that's just not where the rest of the industry is going. So I wanted to shake things up. I didn't want to do the same thing. I didn't want to be an electrical engineer. I don't want to go be a mechanical engineer. I've thought about it. Really thought about it. There's some good schools around here. I didn't want to take that traditional route. To do extraordinary things, you don't take a traditional route. You just don't. And so, with this journey, going to K-State, they have a program that is just suited for what I want to do, what I want to bring, the things I want to create. So this video is going to go into that. We're going to go into that a little bit more, well, a lot more in detail. I'm wanting to bring AI and machine learning down to the plant floor. Not just what tools can we go ahead and put on the website, how can we get analytics back on sales or anything like that. There's so many people that know how to do that. It's just, you're in your industry, you're good. But the people who are forgotten are the guys that are on the floor. Nobody wants to help the operators. Nobody wants to help the mechanics, or, you do a project to just kind of help you out, like get promoted or something. But I've seen a lack of effort where the effort needs to be at, and those are the guys that are on the ground. Those are the guys making the difference. They're the ones making the product. They're the ones coming in on Christmas. They're sacrificing a lot. And until you've worked in a position where you've been that small guy on the floor, well, you feel like a small guy. You're not. You're the most critical part of the whole entire process. But you feel small in that world because you have less of a voice versus someone who's never had to do that job and has a bigger voice and doesn't necessarily view you as equal. And that's something that's always driven me to be better. How can I be better for that guy? How can I? And even when I go into plants, being the controls engineer, I always take into consideration the operators. I like to talk to them. I want to know what they're thinking. I want to know what kind of fixes you guys have, because ultimately they're going to give me the clues to fix this the correct way, the right way for the operator, and also too for the company. You can always take your spin and put stuff on it, but making sure that you're there for them and somebody showing up, that's what it's all about. And that has been my whole motivation behind going back to school. I want credibility. I know that's really sad to say, but credibility. I know showing up every single day gives you some sort of credibility. Showing up with a degree every day, and then showing up with a degree every day and using it the correct way, provides a different level of confidence in your engineering team. And so the next big thing to come will be going into like Industry 5.0 and making things smarter, putting AI in machines, better analytics, And through my school, I want to learn what those tricks are, and bring that to the plant floor. And that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm working on. How that's going to come to life and all the things that need to happen, I mean, it's all down the road. Um, K-State has been great. The professors are great. So anytime I have a question, especially with my design class, kind of put into perspective, what am I trying to build? What am I trying to do? Um, and yeah, that's that's it. That's what I'm trying to do. I want to work for the new title that's going to be coming here soon. Um, I know people have different perspectives of AI and whether it's ethical. These things, it doesn't really matter. It's coming, and for my generation, it's get on the bandwagon or you're going to get left behind. And I don't want to be left behind. And so I'm going to be going through it and having you guys come along this journey and see, is it worth it? You know, before you make a decision, you're like, oh, I'm going to go to K-State. I'm going to start doing that program or do any of that stuff. Or even like, hey, you know, this is something that the industry wants. The industry might not want what I'm wanting to be. They'll say, well, it's worked the way it's always worked, and this is how it's going to happen, and this is how it's going to be. And that could very well just, 5 years of school just wasted, and it's not the industry's fault. It's just I had a vision, and I want to see if I can see it through to the end. But, the question I always ask myself is, what if I'm right? What if the thing that I'm thinking of inside my head is right? And that is what keeps me going, especially in this lonely state. When you go into something that people don't necessarily understand, or why you're wanting to do it, or your motivations, or anything like that, people don't generally care. And it's not their obligation to care. It's not your obligation to care. If you're watching this video to this point, you obviously must care about something that I said, and I appreciate that. But you're trying to make your dreams come true for you, not making your dreams come true for other people. And so in return, it's selfish in both routes. And that's okay. That is okay. I wanted to make this a LinkedIn video. I want the first video to actually have like some, the first video I put on LinkedIn actually have some traction to it, not just, hey, what's up, So, yeah, if you're interested on how this journey is going to be, I'm trying to post every week. School's been really heavy. About halfway through the semester right now. It's getting crazy. The tests are coming in. I'm taking one class that's about to drop off here next week. So I think I have 2 papers to write for that. Right now, we're not in the nitty gritty of the degree program for the major. That's all coming in fall. But the work that we're doing now is going to allow me to get the freedom to take all those classes in fall, and that's where I'm excited, and that is where the work is going to start coming in and really starting to make a difference. But if you're curious about this journey, curious about K-State, curious about the program, I think the school is called it was Kansas State Polytechnic. Now it's Kansas State Salina. But if you're curious about anything, you can always leave a comment. Follow the journey. This is going to be a wild ride. I'm going to keep posting. The one motivation behind this was I'm a huge sci-fi nerd. So Avatar, Jake Sully's videos, journal videos that he had, that's what I'm building this on. and I want to be able to go back and see the difference, and especially the tone. Definitely the tone, and I want to see the evolution of what I'm going to be at the end, because I've already had so many different evolutions that I wish I could see my former self. So I want to take the chance. I want to be able to see my past self and say like, okay, we had some serious growth there, and that is something that speaks to me. But as I get closer to graduation, especially when I get closer to wanting to start getting back into the workforce. I'm not working right now. Personal reasons. I'm not going to go into it. But when I'm wanting to get back into the workforce, I'd like for this to also be a way to connect with employers, future employers. See the person that you're going to get, meet the person, get the personality, understand the mindset, the goals, the drive. And I feel like this is a better way to shop for candidates for your company and to make sure that you're getting the right person in the right place, especially with mentality. These videos, you're showing up in a more business sense than you are a more personal sense. And yeah, that's what I want it to be. I'm going to log off. It's been a long weekend. I blew my ankle out last week on Friday. I had to run and fell, and my ankle's horrible. But thank you guys. Thank you, LinkedIn. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, might as well leave a comment and just tell me what you think or how you're feeling. But reach out. Any questions, I will definitely answer about K-State and the goals and the future that we have going forward. I want to bring you all on this ride, so let's do it. Thank you guys. Good night.